Easy access to the sundress, man. That boy, I'm telling you, you just right to it, man. You right to it.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Picking back up with where we left off. Because it sounds like everybody is acknowledges the fact that we have people. I guess you can call the black elite. What's that? We got the black elites. We got people in positions of power, but are they doing enough? I say no. And I guess I want to know, like what why do we give them? Are we giving them too much credit as being leaders when I feel like something as easy as just trying to get people organized, they can't do? Like
who said they had to be leaders though?
Right.
I'm getting
right. people
that nobody, none of Jay-Z, none of these guys have ever said that they was leaders. Like and this idea, man. And I ain't directing this towards you, but I'm just saying, like, because this is this whole little thing that we do where we gotta have somebody kind of like the shepherd leading the sheep, and like I just don't believe in this idea that we gotta have these. Now, when you're talking about like specific situations where you got you work for the NAACP and you're a high up person that's supposed to be working with people that are underrepresented and don't have a voice, then yes, you're supposed to bring light to certain issues and situations so people will know what's going on. But I don't believe that Jay-Z and Oprah and them are as my leader. They don't speak for me. They got bread and they black, and I'm proud of them. They're successful. They beat the odds, but they don't speak for me politically. They don't speak for me spiritually. They don't speak for me, and I don't want to speak for me. You know what I'm saying? And so this idea that we looking for somebody that's outside of ourselves, that's going to try to come and save us, like come and give us this word that's going to bring us back to break. That's just bullshit. I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And Obama was the last one that was going to be that last little bitch hope. Everybody thought if we got a black president in there, oh my God, it was going to change our lives. But your life is the same as
you know what?
8 years ago, bruh. You live in the same life.
To your point, Nash, because I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong here, if you look at the other cultures, I mean, what do they have leaders? I don't necessarily think that they got leaders.
No.
So yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just like ever since Martin, we always have been looking and searching for somebody, and we spend so much time searching. We spend years searching for somebody to lead us instead of just leading. I personally feel the thing that cripples us the most is debt. A lot of us are coming out of college in the red. I'm talking about in the red. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of my white counterparts and other counterparts that, they're either getting college paid for by just their parents or something. And when they come out, they're starting in the green. That affects your wealth. That's how general wealth can start, by not being in so much debt. We spend our whole lives getting out of debt. And sometimes, most of the time, don't even get out of debt. So it's just debt adding upon debt, and that cripples you. Some people then they lose hope. I think that's one thing that holds us back. That's something that's current and that's happening now.
Current.
We got to tackle
most people don't go to college. Like, how does that I mean, most of our people don't go to college, so that I mean, I keep saying about debt, that's fine, but let's understand. I mean, we are scared to drive to work. You feel what I'm saying? We are scared to drive to the store without being harassed, being pulled over, being incarcerated. So, it's again, it's a mindset that we have that we are just behind our counterparts. It will never be fair. Like I said, our kids might not see it. We are 400 years behind. You can talk about the Asians, you can talk about the Jews, the Anglo-Saxons, whoever you want to talk about. This shit is not right, nor is it fair. And as far as the Jay-Z stuff go on, I mean, why do we need to hear every move Jay-Z, Oprah, Tyler Perry they make? Do y'all really believe these people aren't out here, on the back channels really trying to make things shake for us? I mean, come on now. Let me think about that. Y'all think they don't have people in place, on payroll, out here trying to change the laws or doing something?
They've done more than most black people have done in centuries. Like they're creating generational wealth by creating jobs, opportunities, teaching people real skills. You was one of the first ones, Lo, that even talked about building that his Tyler Perry building his yeah, like what a big deal that is, man. Like how huge is that this dude doesn't have to, and the first thing that black people do is start going to talk about how bad his movies are now all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
He's created his own studio. He's the first black person. Oprah didn't do that. None of them did that. He created his own studio. He can make his own movies. Do we gotta accept the fact that we just behind and we just always gonna be behind, and that's
my question, dog. That's my question, because at the end of the day, we can't. I don't think that we can deny the fact that as a people we lost, man, and we as much as we don't want to grant them that I guess that authority or make them that figure, like people look up to them motherfuckers, and we like our people need guidance to
look up to why? Why?
Because we look at what we doing. We're not changing.
But look, man. Hey,
so and this is you asking how we gonna get ourselves out of this.
They have to, but listen, I'm just saying in general, it needs some leadership needs to step up.
This is the issue. This is another issue that I have, and this kind of leads a little bit towards the church to me. Is this idea of somebody outside of yourself that's going to help you be a better you, right? It's Jesus. It's Barack Obama. It's somebody else that is going to come. It's Martin Luther King. It's Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael. Somebody is going to come and rally the troops. Somebody's going to come and let you know that you're more important than you know, and that you have something special in you. But nobody can do that. And nobody can speak for a whole population. Nobody speaks for us, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's black Republicans, there's black Democrats, there's conservatives, and that's the problem, that this whole system is set up for no one to really succeed except the people who are at the top. Because even for you talking about the election, you got other people that organize
right quick.
You got the Jews, they organize, they winning. The Asians, they organize, they win.
You can't compare nobody to us, bro.
But look,
you can't compare nobody's situation to ours.
Hey, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. I mean, y'all saying that. I mean, because I'm just hearing this wrong. You saying that the guys that are successful, the millionaires and the influencers that we have, you saying they don't have to do what they're doing, but they do it, and they do it on their own merit to uplift us. But again, if you look at history, man, I mean, it's generational. Like our parents' generation, they were the generation of the uprising. You know, the non-violence movements. The Malcolm X's through the Islam. I mean, to say that we don't need somebody to do that.
Thank you.
Oh no, I disagree, man. It takes a sacrificial lamb to get everybody awakened and get them focused on what we need and what our agenda is. The problem is that the people that we're talking about, maybe that's not their role. And I don't think your role has to be, you don't have to be the richest person to play that role. I mean, Martin Luther King wasn't rich. Malcolm X definitely wasn't rich. You see what I'm saying? Stokely Carmichael and all those guys you named, they weren't rich, but they started a movement and they affected change. They motivated people to do something. So again, do I see that from Oprah, Jordan, LeBron? I don't see that from none of them. You see what I'm saying? So no. Let me finish. Hold on. And the reason why I say that is because the biggest sacrifice you have to make is your money. Are they willing to sacrifice their fortune for the people.
Yeah.
That's the real movement. So I mean, let's keep it 100, dog.
Them niggas
I
was
grew
ready.
up.
Them
I
niggas
grew up.
was
Look,
ready
I
to
grew up in a
fucking die.
household with the
It's your
Panther movement.
freedom.
Trust me, bro.
It's your
Trust me,
freedom.
dog. But look,
It's your freedom.
but listen, man. Listen. What I'm saying is, the game. You gotta have money to be in the game. However, at some point, just like Kaepernick, right? Your favorite guy. He's. I mean, he getting a little bread, but at one point, he sacrificed his fortune and his career to uprise and make us, enlighten us on a cause or some type of event that's unfair to our race. You see what I'm saying? So
And
again,
I agree with that. What I'm saying, the question is,
somebody like that.
the question is, he asked was, are the leaders not doing enough? And my question to him is, who are the leaders? Who are you considering to be your leader? Who are you following? You know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
You just saying in general.
I'm saying in
I
general.
don't think we have any. I don't think we have it.
Thank you. And that's what that's my overall point that I'm trying to get to, because I
think all the people. No, I think all the people y'all just named, they have some political or financial gain behind what they're doing. And I'm not saying this wrong, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you can do all that shit and post that shit on social media, how the press cover that shit, whatever the fuck you do. However, are you willing to go 100% all the way to sacrifice something that you value for everybody else? And I don't see that in none of the people that we talking about. Not like Martin did. Not like Martin did, and not like Malcolm did. Fuck no.
But look, I'm gonna sum it up for you. I'm gonna sum it up. I'm gonna sum it up for you real fast, G. I'm gonna sum this up for you, man. You are absolutely right, and it's not the people that you're talking about, the Stokeleys, the Martins, the Malcolms. The difference between them and the leaders that are so-called leaders now, them people back in the day was willing to fucking die.
They was willing to die.
Exactly.
Die for what they believe in. And I don't feel like the Oprahs or any of the leadership now ain't willing nowhere near that. Go ahead, G.
I mean, I just want to go with your whole setup of the question. You know what I mean? Because I think it's unfair to Jay-Z and Oprah for them to get that title when they not out there proclaiming it or stepping out in front for all things black. You know what I mean? Those people that you spoke of had an agenda. You know what I mean? They had a purpose. And the people that we're speaking about, necessarily because they have money, don't necessarily mean that they're a leader or somebody that should be speaking for us. But what they can do has have certain causes that they can put their energy behind. And I think that's the difference between the people you just speak, you know, the JPs and all of those people. They have certain things that they feel like they want to get behind because they have some purpose in it, just like the prison reform. Jay-Z can speak to that because he's directly affected by friends that spent damn their life in there. He got, you know, Meek is just coming out, you know, stuff like that, you know, that he can really speak to. But for him to be speaking up for everything, I think it's unfair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. So I just want to, because what we can do is harm them by throwing their names around there like that. If we don't be careful, you know, that's my opinion.
No, you're 1,000%. You're 1,000% right. I'm just using them as examples. Okay. You know, I'm saying what, you know, Oprah or what Jay or what anybody should be. You know, like I'm just saying, like at some point we need to have guidance. We need to have leaders. We need to have somebody that's out there on the front line who can just start giving us fundamentals, just principles for economic empowerment. And I'm gonna tie it back.
But you already know that.
I'm tie right back to what you were saying.
No. Quick question, Dale. Quick question. We talked about Malcolm and Martin, right?
Yep.
So who was before Malcolm and Martin? Is that a break in history where we don't have nobody?
No, I can name them. W.E.B. Du Bois,
Harvey,
Thurgood Marshall,
Frederick Douglass. I mean, we can keep going.
Thurgood Marshall, everybody.
Hold on. No, listen. You missed what I'm saying. What I'm saying, there's different eras of all that, but from Harriet Tubman on. So maybe we just haven't got to the next era of our leader. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, bro.
No. I'm with Dale. Fuck that. It's somebody. Look, if it's one of us on this group, You know what I'm saying? It maybe it will happen one day. Somebody gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, it's my calling. I need to change
this is
the world."
my thing.
I think
Like
that's a
you want
dangerous.
one person.
I think that's a dangerous game we play. We automatically assume that if you got money, you got to be in that position. Sometimes it's the most ordinary people. Sometimes it's the most ordinary person that takes a change and does something that can cause a great movement and change with no money.
But fees, we don't respect the man with no money in the world.
No. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that either, because that's the same thing we're doing with people that has money. Because there are causes out there that people got behind. You know what I mean? The whole thing with the women. That was a black woman that started, and she came from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So there are causes that what's happening is there hasn't been anybody that's taken on a full force for all things black. But there have been movements that people wake up for and get behind. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that all that stuff with the with the film and stuff, that started off, you know what I mean, off women, bro.
What
you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was somebody that didn't have money. That was an intern that started it all, if y'all don't know that.
What film, G?
Huh? No, I'm talking about with the Harvey Weinstein. All that shit came out because of an intern first. An assistant. That came out before it got to all the, you know, major people that hit it, all the women. It was an assistant that actually spoke up first.
How do we expect one person to galvanize and be the voice of all black people? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't expect for one person. To be honest, man, I don't expect for one person to do it. I think.
I got a question, man. Y'all keep ducking my question. Here's my question. I want to be specific. Who would you even nominate for that? The people that the people that we do know.
It's not.
The people that we do know.
I don't think that it's one person that could do it. I feel like it has to be a whole movement. I feel like I feel like
why is the movement that's happening? Why is that not? That's what I'm saying. Like the people that have the power to make movements are making movements. You can look at the people in the world that are black, look like us, and got a little bit of bread, and kind of see some of the things. You know, the one guy just paid off all of Morehouse or whoever's.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like this happening. Again. But my issue is like this idea that somebody has to come around and it's going to be one person or a couple people who move us to this next level. And it's like Jay-Z said, right? And I think it was Family Feud. Al Sharpton in the mirror taking selfies. How is him or Bill Cosby supposed to help me? Like he's letting you know, like how are we supposed to be looking up to these dudes, even himself, to lead the black people to some promised land? It ain't finna happen, bruh. If we gonna galvanize, it's gonna be us teaching our children how to be economically strong and how to be educated, and how education is more important than shooting a jump shot, because that's really what's going on. The Indians is in power because they make their children become doctors. They ain't got a fucking choice.
But you listen, what you're saying is 1,000% right, dog. What you're saying is 1,000% right, how you want to raise your children. But the problem is that we all ain't on the same accord. Like we all need to be organized. We all need to be doing the same. We all need to be working together. And that's what's missing.
Dale, right. And Dale, and G kind of shut this down because I guess he don't feel it. But, you know, just let's really get basic here. You know, growing up as a kid, the guy in the neighborhood, whoever respected, was the person with money. That just doesn't go away. You know, people listen. You can capture somebody's ear if you have a bankroll behind you. People really respect the person with some dollars. That's exactly why initially you said Jay-Z, Oprah, you know, the guy from Morehouse we just talked about, because money matters, unfortunately. So it's really going to take somebody with a bankroll behind them to step up and, as Mean said, has something to lose. That's money, because when you talk about their life or anything, has something to lose, which is money to really be impacted for our society, for our culture. Everything's about, it comes back to the money, man. Period.
Get your Akon on.
And look, because one of your questions, Dale, is like, what is the root of our problem, right? Well, on the flip side, money is the root of all evil. I mean, if you think about it, like some of the most powerful movements in the past and in the present, it's all revolved around money, like Lo's saying. So
again, that's why I brought up the debt. You know, we have a lot of people that are in debt, not just from college, Lo, not just from college, just debt, period. It's families that are buried from generational debt that will never get out of debt. So they're so living their life on trying to get out of debt, they go generations without even trying to make moves because they're trying to get their family out of debt. Then they gonna pass their debt on.
Yeah. So Dale, let's summarize it. We talking about lack of leadership. We talking about money from a perspective of having it and not having it, right? And then we talking about sacrifice, right? So those three things are what you're talking about. Oh, and the last thing, organization, right? So those four things that you're talking about, I mean, that's pretty much to answer your question. Now, if we can address those four issues, or I think if somebody can galvanize us, not one person, maybe a group, maybe a movement that can organize us in that manner, then maybe some of those things that you're worried about for our race as African Americans in the world, right? Not just, I mean, in America, but I mean, African Americans are everywhere. So,
and then this is where I take pieces of everything that everybody has said. Like Nas said, I'm not one that believes that we need a leader to lead us. If we get somebody that assumes that role, that's great. But I feel like the onus is on you, and you. How you live your life, and you making sure that your seeds or people that are around you are better off going forward. Because if everybody does that, each one teach one, eventually the culture will make a step forward. We'll be a couple of steps ahead. Like you said, we may not see it, but it starts off. I don't want Jasmine, Jason, and Jackson to start off their young adult life in debt. I don't want them to do in debt because I want them to be debt free so they can do other things. They can, Dale, you talk about ownership. They can own something. Talk about owning, and stop being be an owner and not a buyer. You know what I'm saying? A seller, not a buyer. I'm sorry, but that's where everybody can take their own piece, and you can be that change. You don't necessarily need to have that one Malcolm X. That's one.
But we gotta know how to work together, man. Because you can say all that shit because your fans can, your family and everybody can own everything. But if they make all this money and they giving it right back to the white person or they giving it to other communities, then what? And so that's why I'm saying, like, it all comes down to us organizing, and it needs to be a movement, and we need to be on the same accord on how to move.
Hold on. I apologize because I should have brought this up earlier in the conversation. How are we gonna just not talk about Farrakhan? Farrakhan been trying to do this for years. I mean, symbolize. I mean, listen. I mean, you might not like his tactics, but I mean, this is what Farrakhan's all about. But y'all won't get behind Farrakhan though. In a Million Man March, this man brought up. Hold on. I'm not saying you, Dale. I'm just saying just black people in general. This man assembled 1 million people to march on Washington. I was there. Matter of fact, it was more than 1 million people. So we do have leaders. We just choose not because we don't like what his approach, how he comes about. We don't like everybody to get behind it. So if we do get a leader, we're gonna just say, nah, we ain't feeling him. So man. Again,
that goes back to the organization which you were talking
about.
That's
the organization. And that was slavery.
It comes back to slavery, man.
That was my next point, man. Because in a perfect world, what I think the foundation of all us as black people is the church. And I feel like if the church if they started instilling fundamental economic fundamentals, and started teaching us real strategies on how to play this game instead of just selling hope, I think we will be 1,000% better.
So speaking of the church, since we on that, this is the problem with that. Unfortunately, the old school church is not willing to work with the new school church because they worried about how you dressed coming to church. You got on jeans. Who cares about if you got on jeans or not? I go to church and they trip off. They get so bent out of shape about that kind of stuff, you know. And there's a divide in the church.
All of these systems.
It's more than a divide, Ferris. It's
a divide.
The church is big business.
Need the church to be one church.
It's big business, bro.
One mission. That's what it need to be. But it's like Mean said. It's big business. It's 1,000 churches. It just ain't happening. But you know, in a perfect world, that's what I think part of the solution could be.
Yeah, you're right.
Real quick, another Jay-Z lyric. Ours was "fuck you, pay me." Now it's fuck you, fuck pay. Wait, now it's fuck pay me. I'll pay you. Put the rest away for blue. That nigga's, you know, just saying, like, initially his thought was fuck you, pay me. But now you don't need to pay me. I'm gonna pay you, because as long as you pay me, you owe me. Right. You know what I'm saying? You own me. Like I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be the owner, and I'm gonna pay you instead. And so we gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be an awakening, yes. But I don't believe that there's any one person that's gonna, or one thing that's gonna wake up. You gotta be the one, Dale, that see a young cat and teach these young cats the way. You start to learn, you know what I'm saying? You learning about things, entrepreneurship and flipping houses and things like that. It's gonna take people like us that's gonna be grassroots level. This movement gotta be grassroots level. It's gotta be teaching these young kids how to put the eye on and what a real man look like and what a real man look like. And all of these things will start building our way up to trying to become that thing, that you know, that epicenter of
catching up
like that.
So
again, in closing, you won't see it in this generation. Your grandbabies will see it. Okay, so just
get on the right foot, man. All right, let's transition, man. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I knew we was gonna get heavy. I apologize if we got too heavy, but I want to transition this to the people who I say are the closest thing to God walking this earth, and that is women. I want to transition to women. It is International Women's Day. It's Women's Month, so I want to ask y'all. Don't give no PC answers. Give some real answers. How do y'all feel about women as leaders? Women in leadership positions. How y'all feel about it?
I mean, what position of leadership?
That's a dumb question to me.
Like,
no, talk.
Yeah,
no, it ain't.
Yeah, like, I mean, to my leading a basketball team, leading
let's
leading the business.
Let's just talk about in business in the workplace, women as leaders. You know, how do y'all feel about women as leaders in the workspace?
I think anytime you take a woman out of the equation, it makes things worse. I think just as human beings, we're here together. And we're opposites for a reason, because they're stronger in some areas and we're stronger in some areas, and we balance each other out. I think when we try to hoard any of that, you know what I'm saying, and put it towards one particular, you know, gender or whatever, I think we all miss out. I think when we come together and we work together, we usually do better. Like it's one of the things I talk to my wife all the time is like when we put our heads together and have a plan, like it's hard to defeat us. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm by myself trying to figure it out, I ain't thought about that. I ain't thought about what you thought about. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like women deserve to be next to us in every step of the way. Like I don't care what it is, they have the same mental power and strength and power.
I feel women make great leaders. My boss, my big boss where I work is a female, a black female at that, in a position of power. And she's one of a kind in my industry. And she's one of the, if not one of the best leaders that we have, you know. And so, I mean, they make great leaders.
Well, I'll say this. I've been in business with, you know, some males before, you know, done a transaction with males before. But when me and the wife start getting to it, you know, I mean, my account, you know, got a little different. So, because like Dan said, I mean, like think men, we're so meat and potatoes, you know what I mean, when it comes to things that we forget about the veggies and the size of seasonings and the more detailed things. I think women succeed because they're more detail oriented than we are. I mean, you know, we may see the bigger picture, you know, we'll definitely see the goal light at the end of the tunnel, but I think women know how to break it up a lot more, you know, to get there the right way, you know.
Some
And
just to play devil's advocate, some say women are too emotional to be effective leaders.
So
I mean, it depends.
I got a rebuttal to that, Fees, and I feel like I agree with what y'all saying, man. I feel like if you leave women and let them be them in their own space, they're great. Like, they're the best. We know this. Women are smarter than us. We ain't shit. They everything. Okay, women are just naturally smarter than us. But I feel like in a workspace, you know, workspaces are male dominant, right? So if it's male dominant, then you're putting women in a place where they have to be in competition with men. And if it's dominated by men, then I feel like they got to be out of character and they got to act tougher and they got to be bolder and stronger and all that shit. So it's kind of at a disadvantage, in my opinion. But I feel like if a woman is in her own space where she doesn't have to, you know, worry about all of that extra and she could just be themselves, hell yeah, they run that shit like and kill it. So I just think it's something to say about that, like, because, you know, women get, and I'll say this, man, women get a bad deal when it comes to get dealt a bad hand when it comes to this working shit. You know what I'm saying? They underpaid, you know, they unappreciated, like you said, like, you know, people they already have that reputation of being too emotional, so they just get dealt a bad hand, man. If they in their own space, man, I think whatever space they're in, they could thrive and they could win. Period.
And look, and they get disrespected like a motherfucker. I mean, not in the last, I want to say, last couple of years, but before the Me Too movement, man. I mean,
easy.
I'll be watching some old movies sometimes from back in the 70s and 80s, man. Even the 60s movies, bruh. Women be getting treated like straight pieces of meat, dog.
I mean, you ain't got to go back that far. Our great president, Barack Obama's wife, you know, Michelle, was called a monkey not too long ago by some pundit on Fox News, like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, still calling her a monkey. And this is the first lady of the United States. You know what I'm saying? So like, it don't take, you know, we don't have to go real far to find some dirty shit like that.
No, but shout out all to the boss. You know, they do what they do, man. I actually, man, you know that. Hey, man, look, like Dale said, man, they get treated terribly, man. I mean, we need to start, you know, recognizing that women actually have the stability of what we do. So, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong in the workplace or, you know, when you own your own business to partner with women, man, because they actually can bring an aspect to your business or to your thinking that men, you know, we tend to forget about. So, yeah, man.
Well said. They got the season.
Better support.
Hey, shout out to Dame Dash, man. I know Dale's gonna love this. Dame Dash tell y'all to invest in women, man. That's what he say. Invest in women. And listen, you'll see fruition. Invest in women, man. Shout out to Dame Dash. Stay out of jail, man.
Nas, like, don't shout out that clown, man.
Break, man. Give my nigga a break.
Hey, but really, you're right, Dale. We need to, I think that especially our black women, man, they feel underappreciated. And it's gonna be us, like, in this next stage. I think they've been holding us down for so long and been putting up with so much now, because a lot of them are having to take this role as being the boss. You know, again, we talked about last episode about the divorce rate and how black women aren't married. 70% of black women aren't married. Like, they feel like nobody love them. They like we don't love them, we don't see them, we don't appreciate them. If they have some kind of issue or movement, black men aren't the first ones there to try to move and galvanize with them. I think we have to do a better job at that, definitely moving forward, respecting our black women enough to, when we see them in need, we got to step in, man.
So was this about women or black women?
Hey, Dale, I
think all women, but especially black women.
Hey, I was gonna say, hey, Dale, we ain't got that much time on this segment, but because I know you about to ask the juicy question. So
yeah, no.
I mean, you want to take this little time just to set it up, and
I'm gonna tease it. Stay tuned.
Huh?
Stay tuned. I gotta
pause.
Yeah, stop, man. I gotta toss up that we gonna come to when we come back from this break. I got a toss up for the fellas, man. I'm interested to see what y'all gonna say. We still gonna be recognizing and appreciating the godliness in women. We gonna do that when we come back. Shout out to the wonderful women out there. We coming back, man. Toss up.
Power to the distractions,
hey,
man.
Geno, these Instagram posts you've been posting, dog, next level.
Man,
You know he's recording, man.
Well, he can edit this out. Yeah.
y'all crazy, man.
All right, we back, man. We back. Yeah, so we are on the conversation International Women's Day. We are acknowledging women, appreciating women. So, and sticking on the subject of women in leadership, I want to ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about women taking the lead in the bedroom?
Man, listen, for me, I jump in. I ain't really said much. I think, I mean, for me, that would be dope. I like it. So, I mean, not all the time, but every now and again, it'd be on their terms and how they, you know what I mean, how they want to kick it off. I mean, for me,
What you mean, D? Like, what you mean? Be specific. What you mean?
Taking the lead,
like, whatever that.
Damn, Fees.
Taking the lead.
Fees want to
like whatever that. Whatever that means, though, it could be, because I mean, we got to do a lot of stuff in order to get there. Sometimes we got to send texts, we got to butter them up, we got to order food, we got to wash the dishes. You know what I mean? Like I ain't saying that that's every time, but sometimes it takes a few steps. So all I'm saying is it could be steps. Or it could be just wake up and you wake up as her hand on my throat. You know what I mean? Like holding me down.
Hey,
cool with that.
Right.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, G.
It can go as far as she won't without intruding any orifices on my body. We straight.
Hey, so you mean to tell me that the move you pulled today? Are you watching the clock right now?
We record.
I ain't say nothing. Get ready though.
Hey,
did it work now?
Hey, it's International Women's Day, bro.
For sure. Did it work now?
Goddamn.
Did it work now?
Hey, okay. Part of the reason why I'm fucked up today.
That boy neck hurt for a reason.
Hell, baby.
Man, I'll jump in there real quick. I just feel like, I'm all about women, man. I feel like, I've been a hopeless romantic all my life. I just feel like because women, their ultimate satisfaction is all that kind of really matters. Them being in charge a lot of times definitely brings, I like that idea because it allows them to, help with the process of what's going to get them there. You know what I'm saying? And that communication and that involvement makes that whole engagement so much more, I think appetizing for everybody. So anytime a woman is ready to be involved and take charge, I'm down with that.
It's something to say about G's comment, man, because I don't know if women acknowledge this, but there's a lot of work that go into getting your woman ready, man. Like he said, it's the text messages, it's the sweet nothings. Like, that shit's a process. That shit has to happen throughout the day to get them, like, ready. I ain't talking about, like, tap your shoulder, roll over. For them to be, like, ready, like, that shit is, like, it's a goddamn process, man. So if you get to skip off, you can bypass all of that, I'm with it. But, yeah, whoever else.
Shoot. Hey, speaking of that, tap, man. Hey, what happens when your old lady tap you? A tap a bad motherfucker, man. When a woman tap you, you know what I'm saying? I'm usually the tapper. But when you get that tap, pop, 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 pop.
Hey, Lo. Hey, Lo. Hey, Lo. Sometimes you know, like when you have a child and when they get real young, when they babies, and you think you can hear them crying when you're in your sleep. Like that tap, bruh, you feel it when before it even come and hit your shoulder. You're already up. Like
it's the back rub for me, man. It's just like it's the caress the back. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we on.
Man, my sensory overload. All you got to do is touch, say something.
Right.
I think I'll be waking up in the middle of the night thinking that you done said something.
Boy.
She'd be dead asleep. I'm like, damn, I swear I felt somebody touch me on my back. Guess I go back to sleep.
Oh, facts.
But hey, to answer your question, hell yeah, man. Look, they can take charges of my bed, man. That's all good with me, brother. Shit, I mean, you know, hey, why you laughing, Lo? I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you are.
Hey, man, I'm all about the 85 Bears, man. You know what I'm saying?
They need to take charge more often, man.
Full court, full press, blitz, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
ladies, if you're listening, take charge more often. You'll get more satisfied when you take charge. Y'all know what y'all want.
If you ain't seen previous episodes, that drunken monkey, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Give me that drunken monkey.
Hey, but check did. Do y'all remember them days where you say you ain't live with your old lady, whatever, and she pop up and everybody had the trench coat night. I mean, I said, listen, everybody had the trench coat night.
All right,
lying?
What?
Listen, the trench
coat night,
darling.
Did you just say the trench coat night, dog?
You damn right I said that trench coat night. We all had
it. I know what you're talking about, dog.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about, but I'm like, damn,
that's that boomerang, boy. That's that boomerang. That's that Robin. That's that Robin Givens. That's that Robin Givens walking up in the rain with that coat.
Motherfucking Marcus Graham and shit.
Right. Well, listen, that's a powerful weapon that women have. Let's stay on that same wave. I want to talk about another powerful weapon. This is what G call this the stack up. Let's do this one time. More powerful, man. Women in yoga pants or women in sundresses.
Oh, you talking about the rapid fire? Just the rapid fire section?
We got a little time.
This is stack up. This is stack up.
Stack up.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I'm trying to brand.
That's a good one, man.
Yoga pants.
Okay, hold on, Dale.
What
month is it and what time of day? It depends.
What?
Explain. Yeah. Go. I mean, go. I ain't.
Why the time of day matter?
The time of day, because is it brunch sundress? Brunch sundress matters now. I mean, like
it's either sundress or some leg or yoga pants.
Sundress always look. Shit.
I don't know, man. Yoga pants. Hey, yoga pants show it all, baby.
But listen, what I'm saying
is, like if it's back, sexy
sundress. Give me the sundress.
Ain't nothing like
a sexy sundress. About 2:00 after brunch, like.
Lo, what is the time? This time is what is going on with the time, bruh?
Hey, hold on. But okay, so be careful with the sundress because the sundress it can't reveal everything, man. You might pull up that sundress.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what makes it dope.
What's
what I'm saying is
everything
under that sundress may not be right though, man.
Nah, man.
Hey, them yoga pants can hold shit together. Them yoga pants hold shit in place.
That's right. That's
very true, Fees.
In them yoga pants.
The beauty about the sundresses, dog, is that everything be hanging out, man. It's jiggly wiggly in that motherfucker.
Hey, man.
Answer your question.
Here's my thoughts on it. I mean, sundresses could be cool, but the problem with them is that they that I don't want to sound crazy, but you could take a bum broad and mix her in with a whole bunch of brides that's really about something.
Speak on it.
Explain.
Right.
What?
Because I'm saying the sundresses, man,
they mask shit.
So anybody can afford them, right? which you know, is cool. But I'm saying the mix of women, you know, you don't know what you're getting out of that batch. You might grab something that you might not want. You might want to throw that motherfucker back. But the yoga pants,
Yes.
bruh, any time of the day, give me some Air Max or some track Nikes with them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good.
Yes. Yes. And you see that monkey.
Summertime.
You get the monkey.
Summertime.
You get the monkey.
Sundress.
Hold on. You get
Can't
the
beat
you get the with the yoga pants. You get the monkey drunk. You get the monkey. I don't know if it's drunk yet, but it's monkey. Then you get the cake. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is light the candle on that. Then you can tell what their English look like and their shoe game look like.
Yep. Facts.
Hey, hold on though. Hey, hold on. Did that man say light the candle on that cake? I love it.
And what?
Gonna swipe that credit card.
We done went from uplifting black folks to talking about monkeys and cake.
hey, Nas. Or we might be swiping that credit card on that cake too. You might be swiping that credit card.
The yoga pants is definitely one of the best inventions since sliced bread. I'll give you that for sure.
Boy.
So you take it.
But hold on. Like, but y'all, hold on, man. The sun dressed about 2:30 after brunch. Something about brunch to me. I don't know.
You about this brunch,
This is like the
bro.
second episode. This is the second episode.
If this nigga say brunch one more time, this boy wants some damn brunch for sure.
About brunch, man.
He love that brunch boots.
Hey, you ever see? Yeah, you ever see Brand posting about brunch, nigga? I know what's going on at their house, nigga. This nigga serious about brunch.
You know what? Chicken and waffles or some shrimp and grits. You know that nigga low something real bad.
I was gonna put low out there though, but I ain't gonna even say it, man. You know, it's a certain fish out there in the ocean, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sundresses, man. That's just straight easy access, man. Easy access.
Sundress.
Easy access to the sundress, man. That boy, I'm telling you, you just right to it, man. You right to it.
Man, when summer first pop off and you start seeing all
that's what I'm saying.
Out here with these
that down,
bro.
man. It's there.
You can wear yoga pants.
There.
You can wear yoga pants the whole year.
But that's
all season.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where I'm torn, man. That's why I'm torn.
The sundress comes out, you know it's popping.
You see,
hey man, all season tread, baby. All season tread.
You see the yoga pants year round, man. So I want to say yoga pants, but I ain't seen a sundress in months. So like when I see a sundress, it's just gonna be.
But you can't back to Geno's point, man. You can't judge talent though, man. Like you can tell who got talent in them yoga pants, man. I'm telling you.
But the thing is,
judge that talent in that sundress.
But the thing is, yoga pants,
everything in yoga pants don't look good.
That's my point. That's the reason. That's the reason yoga pants is better. You see the talent from a distance.
It could be the same thing that you said about the yoga pants. You can get some yoga pants at the dollar store. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some bootleg yoga pants. You know what I'm saying?
It's
what's in them yoga pants, man.
It's yoga pants and sneaker game that goes along with it. But
that's true.
That tells you the caliber that you're fucking.
Damn, G. Hold on. G, that's some real shit. You got a whole damn. Salute, bro. You right.
Yeah, you right. The shoe game. You right. Some Air Max with some yogas.
And listen, one more little small thing, just in case y'all run past it. If the sneakers, they could be dope sneakers, right? But if they dope sneakers or rare sneakers, but they look like they've been worn a lot, then that's like a tear down. But if they look like they fresh out the box every trip,
break it down.
So that boy quality or that boy dusty?
Bro,
Hold on. Say that again.
He literally writing this shit down, man. This nigga crazy.
There's the science to it.
He said, if it's a scuff on that bitch, it's a 2 instead of a 6.
But hold on. Hey, real shit though, man. Yeah. That's some funny shit about chicks and sneakers, gym shoes. We call them gym shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Chicks and gym shoes.
Facts.
Man, they got it. Listen. I can't stand a female with some bummy gym shoes. Listen.
Not at all.
I don't think. I got my girl, my wife now, but when she's my girl, I'm like, hold on, man. I get your kick game together. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be, like she had a couple gym shoes, but I need to see the Air Max popping one day. I need to see this popping another day.
I got Jen. together on the gym
Yeah,
shit.
you got it, man. With a female with a kick game, that shit sexy as hell, bro. Like real shit.
Especially when you know you out and about and it be on some regular shit. You might be at Target and she got the little jean jacket on with the fresh yogas with some dope ass little J's on her, some Air Max. Man, that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Beezy. Hey, listen, Beezy. Now you talking gumbo. Now that's all those things that you just said. Covered in the gumbo.
Give me that. Give me that sundress. Give me that sundress with some chucks underneath that thing, boy.
He said gumbo. Why it ain't jambalaya though?
Then the little jambalaya denim jacket, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The little ponytail, when they throw the ponytail up real quick, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
95s. It's the 95s.
Man,
Everybody
listen.
95s.
Did we get what's the consensus? I think Fees was the only one that said sundresses.
Nah, I'm sundressing.
Nah, I said sundress.
I'm sundressed, bro.
I'm sundress. Sundress.
Give me a sundress with some chucks on, bro.
Yeah, me and G yoga pants, man. Fuck that.
Where you at, Dale?
I don't know, man. This is really hard.
What you mean you don't know? That's your question, man.
I know, nigga. I know, cause I ain't seen sundresses in so
me and
long.
you have had plenty of conversations about yogas. We've never had a conversation about
bruh. It's
with a
springtime, Easter.
and no bra on. So you can see the little nipples.
Talk that shit, Fees.
Mama titties.
It's over. It's over.
Mama
It's over. They're coming with us now. It's over.
Oh, man.
Nah, he still got the food.
Dale, we talking about the mammies.
Emmys, baby. Sundresses, dog. I'm taking it.
Yeah, see, right.
Brought him over to the dark side with the mammies.
Sundresses is the best. It's something about when they walk in and they gotta like, it's like bag. They gotta like carry it. Like, oh my god,
there's something super sexy about a sundress.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it going. One more stack. More powerful. Thongs or boy shorts?
Oh man, come on, man.
It's
I'm
easy.
going first.
Easy.
Motherfucking thong all day, man. Hey, man.
Thong,
Thong, man. Hey, man. Hey, that's easy access. You just slide that thing to the side. It's all good, baby.
What if she wearing your boxers though? A thong or like your boxers, like a pair of your drawers?
Fuck that. She ain't wearing my boxers, nigga. She got on thong. Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw that thing to the side. Whoop. It's easy access, man.
No, them low cut boy shorts, man.
Talk to me, Fee.
They sexy,
fatty.
They
Talk to
sexy.
me,
The cheeks hang out the
Yeah,
Talk to
buddy.
me,
the boy shorts is a little too small. Man, that just accents that ass. Like, damn.
Hey, Feezy.
Hey, Fees, don't let them be red, dog. Don't let them be red.
Hey, Feezy. But you know what? Boy shorts can go wrong, and it don't come out of that looking right, and it look slabby, or it don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Or it ain't big enough to really cuff and show you enough up underneath it. What's the name? Every thong gonna look great.
Whoa.
Hold on, G.
Not
Not every thong gonna look
That
great.
ain't always.
Not every thong, man.
I'm gonna tell you, if you can see the thong, if you can see the string, it ain't on right. It's only right when that motherfucker is hiding.
It's
right?
missing. It's only if it's missing.
It's right. When that shit is when you can't see the thong.
It's gotta be like a peekaboo.
Some chick, thank you. Talk to me. There's some chicks that be wearing baggy thongs.
I'm going with the boy shorts, so I can see just a hint of that crack up top, and then the case on the bottom. I can just see how fat that boy is. I'm gonna go with the boy shorts.
My man.
Hold on, Fees. But did you say like if when she got my drawers on?
I didn't.
No,
I said
Oh,
like
nasty.
if she had like some boxers, like a pair of your boxers on, like you know what I'm saying, with like a wife
What the
beater.
fuck you have your boxers on for?
I'm saying like sometimes they'll wear your t-shirt like a white beater on with like maybe have your you know what I'm saying, rock your joint.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Chicks in wife beaters, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. My wife put on my white beater one day. I like almost threw up on myself.
I did too.
I'm like, what?
Passed out.
Yes,
Who next? We got G with the thong, Mean with the thong. We got Fees with the boy shorts. Who else?
Shit, man. I'm gonna take it a step further. You know, I got always press it. I'm going G-string, man. That's it,
All right,
man.
All right.
Yeah.
G String would be in the Thong family, so you with us. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Can we say naked?
Yeah.
Can we say
Simple.
no draws? Is
That
an
is
option?
true though. Hey.
That go back to the sundress.
Is no draws an option?
Yeah, that is true. That is true, Dale.
Go back
You
to the
kind of got to put
sundress.
the. Well, nah.
Hey,
either or.
All them yogas don't be having nothing up on them either. So
You right. Facts.
Facts.
Yes.
Big facts.
Your
Yes.
shit's a little aired out.
And G, just like to Jason's point, like they be these cheap boys and they be see through like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Yes,
And
hey,
you
but
see that monkey?
the real ones be them. Hey, the real ones be them Lululemons, whatever how you pronounce that.
Lululemon. That
Lululemon.
Lululemon.
he made it real fancy, like Tarjay.
But for look, them joints cost like $300 for some fucking yoga pants.
They kind of
Man, shout out to Family Dollar yoga pants. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Family Dollar.
Shout out to Family Dollar.
They kind of got the see-through netting on the side.
With the little cotton balls on
One wear.
Low, I ain't fucking with
Dollar cotton ball.
Hey, Low, I ain't fucking with nothing with no cotton balls on it, man. That shit ain't right, man.
Shout out to the two dryers, man. Hey, hold on, baby girl. If you got your joints at Family Dollar, just air dry them. That's all you gotta do. Don't put them in the dryer. Just air dry them. You get about 4 more wears out of them. I got you.
He said 4 more wears.
Yeah, that's right. Man. So that's it. I think everybody.
And make sure you switch them thongs out like every 2 years, man. You know, you can't be walking around with no ragged ass thongs on too, man. Every 2, maybe 6 months. Hey, man. Hey, it's some trifling hoes out here, bro.
You said 2 years.
Hey,
that's
man.
a long time to hold on some draws.
Hey, bro. Let me tell you something. You look, bitches ain't got no money, bro. Victoria Secretion costs money, nigga. You ain't know.
Hold on. It's International Women's Day, man. They
man. God damn.
Hey,
Victoria's Secret costs money.
This shit took a turn. This shit took a turn quick as hell. We went from black empowerment to motherfucking
look,
bitches.
Why ain't the nigga internet act up right there, man? When the nigga
he switched to the iPhone. He switched to that iPhone.
Yeah, I got the newest iPhone. Since niggas want to shout out their iPhone, I got the newest joint. So what you talking about, man?
Your shit way crispier than that computer, bro. I'm just gonna tell you.
It really is, though.
The picture and everything is clear.
Your shit hot now.
It's like, bitch.
Stupid, man. All right, that's it. That's it, man. I think Thongs won this one. Let's go around the 2, man. Wrap it up, fellas. What y'all want to say? Parting words. What y'all got? Lo, you can go first.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just to the side. Y'all see this? 4, I'm saying little man. I'm saying shout out to my namesake. I'm saying MD the 3rd. Turns 4 tomorrow. We had a great birthday party for him this past Saturday, and it's just a blessing that we have here in the city. That a lot of people came out. Probably some people weren't invited; they still showed up. But it was about the love. It was about the love that they brought to him. I'm saying, and he is blessed and extremely loved. And tomorrow. One of my things I've always wanted to do as a father was donuts with dad. So donuts with dad is on his birthday. So I'm so excited to wake up tomorrow, take him to school, and have donuts with dad. And I'll come back around 11, and we'll have a pizza party for him and his classmates. So just excited about to see the growth of this young man, and just I really can say he's my namesake, and he is me. That is my child. It's funny when your child does acts out on something that you've done before, and like how to really discipline that. But what I'm saying, I'm just excited to see what the future has for him, and appreciate y'all. I'm saying PCP for life.
Happy birthday, little man.
Oh, happy birthday, little dude.
Yeah, man.
We got next. Nas, let's go.
Just real quick, looking forward to, we got a big event, PCP, Pharaoh Club's podcast, going to be at Wilberforce University for Dawn Dance Weekend, March 26th through the 29th. And we're real excited about that. We're going to be interviewing the president of the university, Wilberforce University, there during that weekend. And so it's just something that I'm looking forward to, going to be able to chop it up with my brother and get with the brotherhood and do what we do best. But I want to shout out to Wilberforce University and make sure that we represent as we should when we get there. Again, always want to say love yourself and love somebody else. Peace.
Brother Pinker, he said he want that smoke, man. If he really want that smoke, we'll give him that smoke. So, yeah, looking forward to Don Dancing talking to him, man, especially if he say he want it. Feezy, what you got, man?
Man, just shout out to all y'all cats, man. Y'all cats are some good dudes, man. Y'all be cracking me up, man. Each one of y'all got some shit that just be having me weak. Sometimes I just be at work and I just be thinking about shit and just start cracking up. And my coworkers be like, "What are you laughing at?" And I be like, "You have no idea." Like, we can't have our phones out, so I be putting my phone on the podium. And when I'm sitting box on craps, one of my supervisors always in craps with me. He'd be like, "Man, you get the most text messages out of anybody." I be like, "Man, that's my niggas, man. They just be chopping it up." And I be weak at y'all cats. So just shout out to y'all, man, because y'all all got personality. Y'all all smart. Y'all intelligent. You know what I mean? Y'all got a lot to offer, man. And y'all some cool ass cats, like for real. So just shout out to y'all, and and just keep doing what y'all do, man. Outside of the podcast, just individuals, man. I'm glad I've had the chance to meet y'all cats, because y'all cats y'all be having me weak, bro. You have no idea.
Yes, sir.
Chat is live, man. The chat is live. I hate it. I can't take my phone into my job, so I be missing all the laugh and all of the fun jokes while I'm on the job too, man. So.
Oh, real quick, can I say something else real quick? I'm sorry. I got to do some Laker swag. Shout out to my man King James and them Laker boys, man, who shut down Giannis and the Clippers of this weekend. So shout out to the Lakers, man, showing y'all cats what it is this season. You know what I'm saying? MVP candidate Bron James getting it done. So just watch out. The Lakers getting informed. I'm trying to tell y'all, they're getting informed.
They are. Much respect.
But you're a Cavs fan, though.
Oh God.
Kobe.
I'm mad we ain't got enough time to talk about Draymond. I really want to talk to y'all about that, but we'll save it for another episode. Mean, what you got, bro?
First of all, why are we hyping up shit that happened? Man, you know what? You better have that same energy, man, in 2 months, man, when the playoffs start. I'm going to start off with that. Anyway, man, shout out to, it's probate season pretty soon, So shout out to all the Neos coming out, you know what I'm saying, all across the world, you know what I'm saying, especially our Neos, Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated across the world. Make sure y'all all hold up the light, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to all the other Divine Nines coming out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep these pro shows, man, within reason, man. We ain't trying to get caught up with no bullshit. And I mean, make sure y'all motherfuckers pay it up and stay in y'all organizations, man. Holla at your boy. Dawn Dance 2020, we about to get it. There's other events going on outside of the podcast, too. The alumni game, we got some tailgating activities. You know what I'm saying? The men of Alpha, we will be in effect. So make sure you look for us on the yard. Look for us at the hotels. Look for us everywhere, man. That's all I got to say. Holla at your boy.
Cool. G, did you go?
No, I didn't go. Hey, man, I just want to say it's always good doing these, doing the podcast with y'all, man. I love the growth. I just want to appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for doing what we do, man. I really love it. I really appreciate it. But today, you know what I mean, I took my little princess out to get a little manicure and pedicure, and she was like, "Daddy, I really enjoyed that." I said, "You really what?" She said, "Enjoyed that." I said, "Oh, okay. So we got to do this more often." And she said, yeah, like, how about every 2 weeks? I said, I don't know if we're going to do every 2 weeks, but we're going to do it.
Begins.
You know what I mean? But no, she felt good, man. She got treated like a little princess and everything. So I want to shout out to Phil Jackson. He know who he is. And then lastly, I just want to say, let's rock out for Don Dance, bro. We got to let's really show up, show out, and really engage the folks and try to bring them some good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Shout out to good daddies out there. Sick of all y'all acting like there ain't no good ass daddies out here.
Hey,
some
right.
daddies out here is doing some real things.
I'm gonna have to hit you on the offline because I got my camera, but I don't know how to make it go through Zoom. Like,
Oh, good.
You know what I'm talking
about? Nas and Mean, they got that. Well, not Mean. Nas got his set up. Gucci Mane, but yeah, absolutely.
All right. So only thing I got to get is my mic. But real quick, how old is your daughter, G?
They all, our kids came out back to back damn near within 6 weeks. She's 4.
Oh, right. And Dale, your daughter, how old is your daughter, Dale?
On the
2 weeks.
9th. I think little G was born on
24.
Give me a second, man. I'm trying to remember all the birthdays.
My bad, bro. Oh, my bad.
Little MD, is he the 4th or the 3rd, Lo?
Oh shit, my bad. Shit, he the 3rd.
The 3rd. All right, my bad. Let me take a stab at that. Is he the 12th of March? No. I'm sorry. The 4th of March. The 4th of March. No?
So, well, let me tell you. So, Miles is the 4th of April. So, I'll give you that one. Shout out to Mean 4 Club.
All right.
And as MD's tomorrow, the 9th. March 9th. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Like I said.
So look, February 9th.
February
9th and March 9th. I won't forget that.
Yeah.
So look, the reason why I asked, so MD turns 4 on the 9th.
Yep.
Dale, your daughter turns 4 when?
She just turned 4 on the 24th.
She turned 4 on the 24th. G, your daughter is 4, right?
She just turned 4th on the 9th of February. So,
and my daughter Jason will be 4 May 26th, bruh. Think about that.
Listen, at some point, all our wives, we knew what we was doing at the same time.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Hey.
We was all smacking around the same time.
That's crazy.
Exactly when I know exactly.
We all was smacking, but listen, hey, we was dump trucking at the same time.
Splash. Yeah, so yeah, man. Man, I listen. Took everything in me to do this. I'm over here in pain. Apologies if I was grunting or moaning in this joint because these meds and wore off. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that we did this, man, and we did it right. I ain't want no excuses, but we did it. So yeah. PCP. Talk to empowerment. We acknowledge women. My kind of episode, man. So we're going to wrap this thing up. Again, come check us out. Pharaohs Club Pod, social media. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram. Fuck with us. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Come to fuck with PCP. Come get your fix. Thank you for listening. We out.
Peace.